what we call Cougar Hill, which is it's quite a hill going down to there. Right there, it drops off quite steep. Anyways, the road is right there. But what am I up to? Well, if you can see the orange marker tape there and over there flapping in the wind, I am marking out the perimeter. You can follow it just along as I go here, down to the quad. Then it comes across right at the top of that grass right here, and then follows the tree line all the way to the snow, and then it'll follow literally up here, up along this side of those. There's a almost like an old creek on the other side of those bushes, but right on the edge of those bushes, further back, the highest ones. Then it goes back here, just the other side of that little clump of trees, and then it'll follow this tree line when I'm done, right along here, squared right up, square this whole thing right up. So anyways, that's what I'm after, what you can see in brown grass. So my stump guy, Brian Rose, is going to come out tomorrow. He's going to have a look at the job for me, and we're going after these guys, especially those big suckers. Man, there's some stumps in here. Anyways, that's what we're after. So I want him to get him to scrape this down, clean this all up for me, and I'm hoping to get this into seed. Start building some soil here, put something in that the cows hopefully by fall can graze on, and yeah, and then maybe we'll put a fall crop in. So start getting this sucker built up. It's a nice piece of land. Yes, there's lots of native grass at the it's a pretty good chunk of grass here, you know, when you look at it. Never really marked it out to see how many acres, but I'm thinking probably 4, maybe 5. But there's lots of nice native grass that the cows do enjoy spending time up through here in the summer. But what I'm gonna do is I get this cleaned up, I'll get her seeded. As much as I hate to say this freaking word, you know, even when you do use an excavator to yank all your stumps and clean it up, there's still some roots and stuff like that sticking out. And I'm gonna say the dirty word. It's a very dirty word. Plug your ears if you want to. Mulcher. Thinking about bringing a mulcher in, a small one, and he's not here to, you know, if you ever watched a mulcher mulch, they go and knock a tree down and go over it 20,000 times. All I want him to do is literally to go down a row by row by row, just to clean off any stumps that are, or not stumps, but roots that might be still sticking up. Anyways, it shouldn't take anyone with half decent work should be able to come across this, because this stuff will all be piled up in piles. Should be able to come in here and put a mulcher across this in a day. You know, I'm talking a 10-hour day, but he should be able to go across this fairly quick. Christ, if I had a mulcher myself, I could do this pretty fast. But I know they got to make a paycheck, but still, I'd rather not them take my paycheck. So anyways, that's what I'm up to. I'm just marking the perimeter. He's going to be over here tomorrow, and then I'll show you the other 2 blocks, but I'm thinking this is probably going to be a couple days. He moves pretty fast, him and his guy Brian, but we'll see. Hopefully it's no more than 2 days. And that'll, if it takes 2 days, that'll be it for clearing for this year. Because those trees up there, there's another block of 5 acres of poplar, small poplar, that's next on the agenda. And then another one further on the other side of it, that'll go next. That's another 4 or so acres, 3 to 4 acres. So, but what I was talking about, so as I was saying, we call this Cougar Hill, and it's named for a reason. Big old kitty cats. It's a nice little spruce in here. Almost like wouldn't mind digging those up before they get squashed, but I'm not gonna have that much time. I'm hoping to have him in here this week or next week. That's a nice spruce. Really nice spruce, I'd be honest. And another one over there. But the way this flows through here, you can see the trail right through here. This is quite the traffic lane for critters. It's quite a little hill going down through here. And the deer and moose and stuff love to travel up through and onto the other side. And then right up at the far end of this is where my dugout is. Eventually I would like to clean that up as well. This would be nice to clean all down through here, stump that out, stump down through here, and get that into grass someday. There's so much to do and it gets overwhelming. I've got lots of good thoughts to put this property into, something viable. But there's only so many dollars in the bank, at least in my bank. But big stumps here. Should have brought the tape to measure some of them, because I know there's a couple stumps in here I know for sure that when I kind of half-ass measured them before, they were close to 48 inches across. Actually, if you know big forestry machines, the ones that have the big blades that grab a tree and cut it across, there's a few stumps in here where his big blade, he had to cut, swing around to the opposite side of the tree and do another cut on the opposite side. The stumps were that big, the trees were that big. Almost a shame, I guess, to knock stuff like that down. Anyways, but that's what I'm up to. Like, look at this. Like, the picture doesn't do it justice here. Like, I'm gonna just stand up. I wear a 9.5 inch boot, and that's 2.5 of my boot, right there, on that one. Anyways, there's lots of them. But he did say last time he was here that they were pulling out good, because these have been cut for like 3 years. So hopefully it goes the same way and they come out fairly fast. But there's a lot of other crap here that needs to get piled up and such. Lots of old logs that are old trees and things like that. Get it kind of squared up. I want to, square this whole side up to the tree line. Get that nice and square. This would be one beautiful field once it's done. Great place for my cows to be grazing on. Anyways, I'll bring you back when I get up top there, and I'll show you the other portion. I'll also show you the view from up here. It'd be a great spot to sit and watch wildlife. Anyways, talk to you in a few minutes. Well, I've got my area mapped out with flags. There and there, and then it goes like a laneway along the trees down and through there, all the way back to that big spruce, and just follows along the tree line. Now, like I mentioned, from that orange flagging, you can see right there, coming up along, zoom out again, coming along this way, all these trees, so down there, all the way up to this big spruce, and then back to that hill where I showed you, where the little corridor that goes up to the mine dugout. That block is on the hit list. And then on the other side of that spruce, there, back that way, that's about, the block here is about 3 acres. This block is 4 to 5 here. You know, not in the tree business, not in the tree growing business. I love trees, don't get me wrong. They have their purpose and things like that, but for me, that's ground that my cows can be eating. So that's what I need to do. I need to get that into useful ground. So I'll keep it that way. So anyways, pasture now. Makes me a little worried that she's gonna be pretty dry. I kicked the ground earlier and it wasn't looking nice. Not nice at all. Sure, zoomed out here. If you look down here, pretty dusty, isn't it? Look at that. But anyways, yep, those trees in the near future, and those ones. Anyways, that's what we got for now. We'll let you know. I'll let you know what the what he estimates the bill would be on something like that. What we're gonna do first. Nice view from up here. Okay. Now, if my hill right here wasn't there, you'd be looking, well, you can see them, I guess. Let me zoom in. There you go. That's the Rocky Mountains right there. There you go. All the way up. Sorry for the finger. Fat little sausage finger. Anyways, yeah. That's where we are now. If you can see, that's the remains of one brush pile that was burnt. There's another one over there. I'm going to come up with the tractor, I doubt tonight, maybe, and I'm going to bring the remnants of 4 piles, and I'm going to pile them all here for next winter, and then they'll get burnt. The same with whatever brush and stumps that Brian clears for me over here. That'll be on next winter's agenda, whatever piles are there. I'm sure I'll have the fire department from 6 counties coming after me, even though I report that I'm burning. Anyways, we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see what else we get up to. Alright guys, talk to you. Hey guys, just real quick, this is what I was talking about, bringing that dirty mulcher in for, that kind of stuff. See how there's still chunks of roots, things like that, sticking out of the ground, especially like right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can go across that fairly quick. Anyways, bring you back. Good morning, folks. How's your day going today? Well, let me see if I can get a better shot of this. What am I up to? I'm moving burn piles that didn't fully burn. Excuse me. And what I'm doing is I'm taking them just to the other side of here, right on that corner on the opposite side. There's another one, and I just kind of stacked them all into one. Let me see here. Left on that one. There's the one I'm at right now. there's another couple piles that from previous that are just down by those trees, down along the fence line on that side. Anyways, just trying to get her cleaned up now while I got a little bit of time on my hands. So that I can actually work this ground here come spring. Anyways, that's what we're up to on this light snowy morning, -4 to -7 in Clearwater County, Alberta. Dreary, crappy spring day. You know, if I could fast forward past spring, I would. Ever since I was a young kid, I've never liked spring. Ever. Damp, windy, chilly and cold. No thanks. I'll take Arizona over this. I could leave for Arizona in January, come back in January. No, it doesn't even have to be January. As much as I hate winter, I hate winter. I could leave like probably the 1st of March and come back mid-June. There's nothing more awesomer than summer in Alberta. Anyways, we'll bring you along a little later. We'll let you know what we're up to down at the calving shacks. We got a mama having some issues, bringing in some milk. So we're working with mama. Little fellow is a little light on groceries, and we're working with him. Get him back on his feet. Anyways, we'll talk to you soon. Yeah, well, I guess I might as well bring a few of the other brush piles that are sitting out here instead of waiting until next winter to burn them. I'll bring them down to the same one I was hauling to. That way I put them all in one place. I'll be down to 3 brush piles up here by the time I'm done. One in the upper pasture, or 2 in the upper pasture, and 1 in the lower. Pretty good loads. Big stumps from about 3 years ago when we did some clearing. As long as it doesn't all fall on the ground, I'm alright. Hey, for those who are in the Alberta area, looking for a landscape rake, green rake, same thing. If anyone's got one close by, let me know. Of course, look at that great big cocksucking stump. Alright, gotta go. Well, good Friday evening. It's feeding time for Lou, our bottle baby. She gives her shit. They're just sucking that down. And there's Lou's buddy. That's Mama One's bull, or steer calf. He's a stout little monster. Look at him. Look at him. Huh? I think he was born 98 pounds, I think. Look at him. He's a gorgeous, gorgeous animal. No, sorry, he was 114 pounds. Anyways. Yeah, there's our Lou girl. She's a good girl. It's feeding time all over. There's Lois right there. And if I'm not mistaken, Miss Pretty is right there. She's swishing and going on. And it looks like I see maybe a mucus plug. I would say Miss Pretty's having her baby. Woohoo! About time. That thing's been cooking. Yeah, she's definitely in labor. Awesome. And then we got another one over here having dinner. Sorry for the quick movements, folks. You know, the last year the yard was shitty all through here. And this year we got one little spot right there. and right, of course, over by the water. But it's not as deep as it was last year. I had to bring the loader in there last year and pull that back out of there. Yeah, Pretty is definitely having her baby right now. That's awesome. It's gonna be a good Friday night. Anyways, just an update on Hope and her little man. We put them in the maternity ward, and so anyways, we noticed he just wasn't developing body wise. So anyways, we put Hope in there. Little Jesus, man, you suck that down. I'll bring you back here in a minute. I just gotta deal with my girl Lou. Well, good Sunday morning, everyone. Well, that's Miss Kay's mom. There's Miss Kay right there. There's her mom, and there's her new baby. She had a baby boy this year, and that was our last calf to be born for 2023. Lots of chrome, looking just like Miss Kay and her mom. Gorgeous little bull calf. Gorgeous. Here you go. I know, Mom. Be nice if Miss Kay would walk around the other side. Then I could get all three together. But someday we'll get it. She's just getting him up for a drink. She's a solid one. There's Miss Kay. Anyways, bring you back in a little bit, but yep, that's it for calving for us. We are working with Miss Pretty. She has such a big udder, Miss Pretty does, and her calf keeps going to one side only. She only has 3 teats, or 3/4. And 2 of them are very large. So last night we did give her calf colostrum, or yesterday, and we put Pretty in the squeeze and we milked her out just to try and ease up some size and things like that on that. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Look at that. Big sister and little brother. Look at that. There's a good shot, folks. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. Thank you, girls and boys. That's awesome. Be a little protective of this baby, so. That's awesome. Thank you. What a family picture. You guys are doing great.